very segregated. And very good.
That's the thing.
Like, you literally, we literally with $1 million homes, a grocery store, train tracks, and now you're talking projects.
So I kind of worried about that in certain ways. I was rushing afterwards because everywhere I went, I saw a degree of that. And Washington, D.C. actually did that to me in a major way.
Yeah.
That one blew me away, especially when winter was in the South. A lot of people that were staying behind gas stations, and I saw so it's just so much of that. But I think you can learn.
Yeah.
I don't know.
100%.
It's when you travel and see it, it's so like eye-opening.
Well,
I'm so glad you brought it.
we got to Alabama, and I mean, we got, Puerto Rican in our bloodline. So my son shows up in Alabama, and his first day in school, they're like, hey, where?
Oh, you're right. Let's go.
And they were like, hey, where are you from? And my son's like, Florida. They're like, no, where are you from? Like, Tampa, Florida? Like, my son's oblivious to it because Florida's such a melting pot.
Right,
culture.
right, exactly, yes.
And
so what's that to you?
So I think in Albany, I don't get to experience a whole lot.
Yeah.
Because it feels like the demographic is primarily one demographic. But one of the things I realized, like, it's very different in Portland.
Go ahead.
Portland and Birmingham. That's the best. And there still feels like there's a...
What's the difference between Birmingham? What's the difference between Birmingham and Savannah?
Very different. Even it's so Birmingham with I guess to say very different, not to say very different, Birmingham as a city itself, because it's so industrial, is almost more like a Pittsburgh.
Okay, got
right?
it.
So if you're familiar with Pittsburgh, you'd almost get that feel of Pittsburgh.
Yeah, got it.
But what you get is so many different, not to say suburb, but the communities around it. There's like Vestavia, very high end. But so the suburbs to the north of Birmingham and the suburbs to the south of Birmingham were the true, like, there's where the line is really, right? So
on the outside.
So it was So yeah, I think there was a little bit more footprint. A little more footprint between those communities and the lines. So you see a little bit more cultural integration.
So it's so interesting. I like what you said also about that your son.
Yeah, I was like Tampa. I tell you, I grew up. He loves it here.
He does.
Yeah, he'll probably end up staying here. After, well after we
That's cool.
He'll end up staying for sure. He loves it. He's He's at Portland State. He enjoys it here.
Nice. Yeah, Portland State's awesome. I grew up. I have a lot of my cousins at Portland State played softball. A bunch of my friends did. Yeah, Portland State's like right in the heart of us.
Yeah. But I grew up in Tampa. And one of the things that I say about Tampa that my son got to grow up around is, like, the street I grew up on. I had 11, 12 houses, and of those, like, 12 houses, 5 of them were Filipino families. You know, I had a biker family, kind of upper class family, my Puerto Rican family. You know, so like
Get it. Nice. Wow.
the other thing with Tampa is they have everything from Cuban festivals to Filipino festivals to the Puerto Rican festival.
You get to go eat their food.
You get to experience all the different cultures.
Listen to the music. You get to go and have a festival with the culture.
Well, what's funny is growing up that way and getting to experience that.
Yeah.
Right now, my company has 2 offices in the Philippines.
Wow.
And they want me to go to the Philippines to go visit. And I'm like, yeah.
To go visit, that'd be good.
Yeah.
I thought you meant maybe they were going to send you there.
No. Just to go and, you know, work with the team. And, you know, they actually just brought over one of the managers. And I was just in Philadelphia with one of the managers at an event. And, you know, we're just getting to have conversation and talk about the different cultures and, like, how they perceive, you know, statements or conversations.
Job, Will.
And how we could better communicate with them. Because there is a difference. You know, there is a difference in, you know, processing words and
all of it.
and I'm a native Spanish speaker, so I did English is not my first language. So like, you know, having to go through an ESL program, all of that, you know, was like I had to learn that.
Check this out. This is like one of my pride points. Rudy and Daisy, when they were growing up, we were in Corvallis, and I teach at a Flint high school, so they, I always thought, okay, well, maybe they'll go to Flint, right? They just started out and we were in Corvallis. We moved out when the girls were 6 and 3, so we was 3, okay? Moved out into the woods. Half hour out into the woods. And we kind of lived out in that kind of thing for 4 years. And then we ended up circumstantially moving back into town. But it was because Daisy got lottery into the dual immersion program at the elementary school. And then Rudy got grandfathered into it. So they were both doing this. So when they graduate from Corvallis, so then she's got next year, she's a junior, she'll be senior next year. And then Daisy already graduated in 2024. They get like their dual immersion seal on their diploma. So they've had like from kindergarten all the way through both languages the whole time. Nice. So I don't know as well. I'm more English people, but like I did go to I go to I went to the Dominican Republic 3 times. Okay. So that was the other thing I was going to tell you is I went down and I was teaching. I went on teacher tour in 09. In 12 and 14, I got students down. So, but in the first time, that's the one time that wraps all the way back to what we were talking about before. That was the only time I've ever been to Florida. Because I flew from Portland to Fort Worth Airport, to airport while I landed in Miami. So I've only been to the Miami airport, and then I went straight down to the Dominican from there. But staying at the Dominican, you do immerse. You do immerse in it. I don't know how you feel, but I know partially what I felt like. You know, it's very survival. You survive and you're trying to always, you know, walk that line. And also like the self-doubt. It's like, am I saying that right? Dude, I got stuck in the airport when I was leaving. And I remember they were taking my bags. It was like, okay, unorthodox. And I was like, wait, why is that? Why do you mean that? Whatever, I thought I was going to keep it or something. And I was trying to say why. But I was saying kill over and over and over again.
What? You were saying what?
I didn't say why. I didn't mean to. I knew it too. I knew the difference. And instead of saying culture, right? So it was those little things that like totally, those because of the growth.
I'm a big football guy too.
Yeah.
And love the Super Bowl this year has a big Puerto Rican audience. I'm proud of that.
That's so
also what I
cool.
think is the introduction to so many people.
Yeah.
And I think a lot of people are taking it with open arms.
Yeah.
There's still people
Nice. Oh.
There's still people that aren't taking it with open arms, and that's fair, right? Some people aren't open to change the same way.
Right.
Taking that way.
Dude, we gotta rock the boat. We
Yeah.
gotta shake it. We gotta get
Yeah. I don't know if you can tell. I love talking about it too.
I'm
so.
glad. I don't ever want you to feel like I was like it's any deal for me. I'm very bridge builder.
I tell her all the time, like, when I find someone I can talk to about it, I can talk all day. Because I do love the idea of social studies. But a lot of times you can't have a civil conversation.
Yeah, I know. So 100%, the Young Lords, basically started in New York, Bronx, New York, right? Yeah,
so,
there's
a lot.
So you know what I'm talking about.
Absolutely.
Right.
Yeah.
So I'm trying to show that, look, we talk about natives, there's unique natives, that American Indian movement, there's all these groups that are doing So yeah, it's kind of like really like slow language, but it's interesting that so many people were looking at it, Yeah, absolutely. So anyway, that's cool, man. So that's the only time I've ever been to Miami, dude.
Miami's a great area. I love the experience in Miami because Miami has its cultural pockets very well lined out.
Really? Yeah, because the Cuban.
Well, should have taken the redo. I like the lineups we've had the last 2 days. Very scrappy, I would say. And I don't know if it's because everyone's trying to hook up for Daddy not being there, but like it feels very scrappy. Alejandro from Spain. very European style. So, you know, yeah. Well, so it's funny. We were learning about how
Nice serve. Yeah.
We were learning about how they teach volleyball in Spain, and it's very process driven and technique driven. So like when they start playing, if you think of boys and girls club, they're playing with the net at the same height. In Spain, they start with a lower net.
Interesting.
And they learn
Skill.
Their skill set. It didn't hit me. My hand got it. But yeah, they learn form. And so, volleyball being so big in Europe,
You can tell.
you see their skill set very different. And like, she does the jump sets.
Oh, yeah.
It's fun to watch. I started watching, I didn't know volleyball. I didn't know about volleyball. So, Ava says, hey, I want to learn volleyball.
Yeah.
We get into it, and next thing you know, I'm watching YouTube. And I started watching European style.
Yeah.
And I was like, man, this seems so different. It's
Nice!
But it's so different. It's so much faster. It's so like the movement and sets.
Your short, big, poppy.
Yeah. And it's like, man, then Ava has me watching every NCAA game.
Yeah, I was wondering about that. Have you been watching those?
Oh yeah.
Do you see the championships with like Texas A&M?
Oh yeah.
What was it? Duke?
We watched that over. I forgot what football game.
Yeah.
We ended up watching that over the football game. I'm like, this is what it is now. So
it's a championship. It's like the bowl.
I mean, it was funny because you see a lot of former NBA players. Their kids are playing volleyball. Nice. Right?
Yeah.
And like last 2 years, watching like Jermaine O'Neal's daughter playing at Indianapolis Pacers.
Jermaine O'Neal's daughter.
Yeah. Well, he went to Portland. I remember high school. Absolutely.
And I love Jermaine, and I love watching him, and I was so sad because we traded him from Dale Davis, dude.
I do remember.
Dale Davis was a brute.
Yeah.
He was a defensive rebounding machine, and we took him, and dude, it was like a year or two.
Yeah.
There was no reason. I don't know, man. There was no reason to get rid of a kid like that. We had so much depth.
I think the league back then was very. It was elusive, the talent, because you had so much high school talent trying to come out at the same time too, and the college years. Yeah.
Almost the same. It was like the next year.
Yeah.
I think Kobe was either the year before him or the year after.
Yeah, 96, 95, and you had.
Boom! Nice.
That's it. In that era, Tracy McGrady, Kevin Garnett, Jermaine O'Neal, Kobe Bryant. I mean, you had so many people coming out of high school that I think, and like none of them really hit the ground running. Right? Like if you really look at it, it took a few years, and that's when the NBA was like, well, yeah, he
But none of them were what they became.
Exactly. It's 2-3 years into it, and that's when the NBA was like, oh, yeah, we're gonna put you gotta play at least 1 year in college before you get honestly, like let them evolve.
Yeah, but anyway, Jermaine, right after we traded Jermaine to Ball, then we ended up getting Sean Flint too.
Yeah.
And like that was just bad news, dude.
That was
when we were just kind of getting like
trying to
make a move,
trying to backfill that Clyde Drexler, Terry Porter. Right, like
I love that era too.
What do we do? Like,
I love
let's
that
get these
era
guys.
too.
Yeah,
but we had Pippen. That was one of the best.
remember that.
We had David Stoudemire, we had Pippen, we had Detlef Schrempf, we had Arvidas.
Yep.
Dude, that was one of my favorite teams.
That was a good time.
So, I love Jet
years,
Ross, dude.
for years
And
before
Steve
we.
Smith.
Oh yeah, did have Steve Smith.
And I think Stacey Ogden was in there for a little bit.
He was on there for a little bit.
Maybe
Because they
before.
both came. They were both involved in the trade with the Hawks.
Yeah, exactly. Yes, Steve Smith and Steve Ogden. And then Theo Ratliff. Theo Ratliff in there, dude. I love Ratliff. He was becoming an unbelievable blocks machine and rebounder. I love the guys like that.
Yeah, we for years prior to making it here, we had several attempts in our career to move up to the Pacific Northwest.
Yeah.
At one point, I was trying to get to the Seattle area before Portland became a thing. But her dad's side of the family is from Oregon.
Yeah.
Like they owned a nursery in Albany and
Oh, really?
yeah,
You already had
Nature's
family
nursery.
here then. Yeah. Oh, that's cool. So you had been out here from time to time prior? Sure. Like how many times approximately? Like 3 or like 10 or? Was it throughout your life? Oh, really? Wow. So at least 10. Yeah, oh, cool. When you came over, was it just visiting Albany mostly, or did you cruise around Oregon much?
Oh no, my dad made me go camping.
Oh.
So
I'm a camper.
yeah, so we don't camp because I have
Yeah, I get it.
She was forced to, so we don't.
I get it. If I would have, when I took the girls out early, I always trying to make it like so nice and fun and
The glamping.
comfortable. Oh yeah, totally.
I did not get camping. I got we're gonna hunt for food and cook.
Yeah, dude, I get it. That's the version you have. I get it. That's unfortunate.
My dad and his whole family is very outdoorsy Northwest.
Yeah.
They live off the land.
Yeah. Well, it's culture shock for people. You got to ease them in slightly and lovingly nurture them, you know?
From New York City to Oregon.
Yeah, oh, yeah.
We have forced to do that
Oh,
every
yeah.
other summer.
Oh, God. Oh, that is totally, dude. All right, so we got to work you back in. And maybe like a yurt or maybe like a cool cabin, you know?
A cozy camper.
Yeah. Well, cozy camper, that's just harder to come by, but yeah. I mean, if somebody has one or something, but anything like, sometimes you can rent like an Airstream where it's super comfortable, you know, and it's just out there. So we got to ease you back in. Because waking up in the morning, really, I mean, in the darkness and on the fire at night, dude, it's just, you're in the air. Oh, it's the best. It's heaven.
Literally just reading an article about how spending an hour in the forest
Yeah.
a week
Yeah. It's good for your health.
can not just good for your health, can kill cancer cells.
Yeah.
in your body.
Yeah, thank you. Yep. And we don't get enough nature. We don't get enough. That's a big problem.
Oh, I mean, when you
Less
look at it,
connected.
the way everything's evolved is build.
Yeah.
Right? And we've eliminated nature.
Yeah.
So it's like,
Yeah, exactly. That's exactly. Whoa! Yeah! Nice spot!
so the fact that Oregon is still, still has so much of it. Right?
Yeah.
Really hoping, like we live in North Oregon.
Right.
And I was kind of sad, when they started building.
With the development.
The new development with, especially with duplexes.
Yeah.
Because you're adding more vehicles. You're doing
Right.
so much,
Right.
and you're eliminating.
Did that sneak in?
No, she touched it.
Oh, she touched it.
Yeah.
I was gonna say it looked coming down.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hey, let's go. Come on, Lil.
There it is. I like it.
Yeah, it's interesting.
Yeah.
I'm just saying,
Sometimes you gotta make changes. They put it so far out.
Yeah.
I mean, mine's almost on the floor.
Nice. Ah. Good one though. Nobody home. Yeah, I'm getting closer to remembering everybody's name. I'm getting closer. Still pretty hard. But Jonathan, I got you.
To be honest, I grew up, and they do it at work too. Everyone calls me by my last name.
Really?
Everyone usually just
Yeah,
goes
me too,
Santana.
Lake. That's hilarious. Me too. Thank you.
So,
Is it a baseball thing
It
too?
is very big.
Yeah, okay, I was
It's
gonna say. 'Cause
my grandfather, so this is kind of how it started too.
Yeah.
My grandfather, when he transitioned from Puerto Rico to New York, his original name was Norman Santiago Vega.
okay, wow, that's beautiful.
And when he ended up in New York and they were translating everything, he didn't know enough English and just kind of said yes, yes, yes. First name Santiago, last name Santiago. So everything in the U.S. said Santiago, Santiago.
No way.
And so he lost the Vega, he lost the Norman.
Yeah.
And so everyone, I was always with him, and he's the one who taught me to play baseball.
Nice.
So it was always that Santana and Santiago. And like that was, followed me the rest of my career.
Yeah, that's great. Wait, so was it your last name Santiago?
My last name, well, they didn't my parents chose not to hyphenate,
Okay.
but it would be Santana Santiago.
Okay, right. So your mom's side is Santiago? So that's your name. That's awesome. I love it.
We're off for 2 hours after this, right? Beat herself up. She has a bad game. She will.
Last year as a junior, reading was emotional. Until she was so pissed with herself and consoling. God, I love it. I loved it so much. It's underrated. I've watched it like multiple. I love it so much.
I watched it again because he's out of town for work.
Yeah.
So we don't we
Yeah.
watch the shows together.
Yeah.
So I don't
Yes. So go back to dude. And it's still funny. It's still so like
it makes me
gritty. Like all of it. It's so good. It is so good, dude. I love it. But just he cracks me up. It never gets old either. Everything he says is like my dad. It's like an extreme version of my dad. But my dad had all these bits, these things that he would say. It's just weird. I love it. And what he's teaching is that what doesn't matter is how you live, right? Like what matters least is, coach.
Did she really just say sneak behind me, sir?
Yeah.
Reagan literally goes, I'm gonna sneak behind you, sir. Yeah.
She is 17 now. I don't know who else is here. Because our coach is not here yet.
No, she won't be here today.
Oh, no. Yeah. Or tomorrow.
Or tomorrow.
Okay. It's amazing how the other coach towers over everyone. It's so funny.
Jeff's having fun with this.
I know, I love that. Well, he knows all these guys.
Yeah.
But I know 18 teams each year.
It's on the back. What are you guys streaming? Do you have something?
YouTube. It's under
I was curious about that too.
I can shoot you the link.
Go E.
Sherry.
Yeah, can you? Because I was looking for it yesterday because I wasn't here. So I was like, I had 3 screens up while I was at work and watching all this go down. But I couldn't find it all. So if you send me the link, I'll watch when I'm not around. And they put it back. That's nice. That's helpful. I know any clips to make reels and stuff like that.
She's feeling good. So we have three
We took 7 teams to this tournament.
Yeah, but here like today.
18's 1, Sport 4. You guys are here. 18's 2.
They were here yesterday.
Zach's team, 18's 2 is somewhere. And then we have 2 teams playing at Rock Creek. 15's 1 team, 16's 2 team. This is 16's 1 in the PM today.
Okay.
Yep, so our first game's at 3.
You're with them, right?
Yes, I do both. I do 18's 1 and 16's 2.
Okay, yeah. Well, good luck. Yeah.
It'll be a fun day.
Yeah, it is. I love this place.
I know, it's nice.
It's
Way
nice.
rather be here than
I was
Rock Creek.
yesterday, me too.
Yeah.
But I love the mural. It's beautiful in here. It makes you feel like strong.
It's bright, but not to the point where like they look up and can't see anything.
Yeah.
You know, and those big overhead lights.
Yeah. But it's badass. I love it. It's great.
I wish Oregon State would like we posted here. I should think of Beaver thing if they make art.
Totally. I know. Well, I know. But the tree. The tree. But the little tree being good. But the tree is yesterday.
It would be nice if we could do more events like this,
Yeah.
like this size, but with this much space.
Yeah, no, that helps a ton. That helps a ton.
At OSU.
What time are your other games?
We have
8 a.m.?
2 games off, right?
We're off for
So
2.
2
Are you
games.
back-to-back games later?
No. So
It's
2
11.
games.
11 and 1. 11, so 8, 11 and 1.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah.
Awesome. Okay,
Well,
I'll
good
touch base
luck,
on you
Reagan.
later. Thank you.
Yeah, see ya. That's cool. So this goes direct. I mean, I don't know.
Yeah, so I'm streaming there, and so I have YouTube stream. So anyone, like for example, Billy Ann's parents, Jeremy, and Mallory, like when they can't make it to a game, they log into my YouTube and watch the game.
Yeah, that's cool.
So
how would I do that?
yeah, so you can go as long as you go to YouTube.com or on YouTube on your app or on your TV. I have JS, so Jonathan Santana, 387G is involved. If you search that, it'll bring up my channel. It'll say Jonathan Santana, and all the games are live streamed there, and then save them. So you can go back and watch games
From the floor.
from previous, and I have them all in a playlist.
That's so cool. Okay. Well, I need to write that down.
Yeah.
Yeah. But thank you, bro. That's awesome.